so just a little update from me. Welcome to week 2 of British Beginner to Italian Winner. This week has been very challenging actually because I've been very busy with work and I found myself slipping back into those old little habits that I was telling you about in week 1. I'm going to put the little link up here to the last video. But it's really interesting because I have been reading a lot more of Atomic Habits by James Clear, and I've been recognizing the need to point out and literally highlight to myself those bad habits which are not helping me to learn Italian. And so now I'm literally like calling myself out and being like, Claire, this is not helping you, don't do this. Do this instead. Claire, why are you on social media? Go and spend 5 minutes learning Italian. Claire, wake up 5 minutes earlier so that you have more time to dedicate to Italian. I'm literally having to be like this to keep myself motivated. But it's really important that I'm transparent on my journey because I haven't started this vlog series to be like, yes, week 1, it's been amazing, because it's been a bit of a challenge. And yeah, let's talk a bit more about that, shall we? Buonasera, ciao a tutti, oggi lunedì sera. Oggi troppo strano, troppo difficile, perché questa mattina io chiamare l'ambulanza per mia amica. Io ho molto paura in questo momento. L'ambulanza non ho capito niente. Non ho capito dove abito, non ho capito mio, troppo difficile, ma finalmente l'ambulanza è arrivata e mia amica vado all'ospedale e io accompagno mia amica ospedale e dopo, ma quando è arrivata all'ospedale non ho capito niente, direzione, parole, troppo difficile, oggi troppo difficile. So that is officially the first time I have spoken in Italian on camera, and probably the longest that I've ever spoken in Italian at all since I've been here. So as much as I know that there are a lot of mistakes contained within what I said, I'm really proud of the fact that I completed that and I spoke to you all in Italian to a certain degree, and that's the purpose of this vlog, like to share little moments like that, which to some people mean absolutely nothing at all, but to me it means that I'm starting to make progress. And one thing that has really been highlighted to me a lot this week is the fact that I need to work on my vocabulary, so much so, because the grammar, yes, it's important, but the vocabulary is the creme de la creme, because without the words I can't practice the grammar structures and elements. And so I've decided that I need to continue to focus in on that. And this week I have spent a lot of time with my visual dictionary, and also with Come si dice, which is the other vocabulary book that I'm using. But I realised that this is an area I need to spend more time on, and I especially need to sort out my pronouns because I get confused a lot between sono and io and mio. I use these in incorrect ways a lot of the time, and you may have noticed that from when I spoke just now. There were a few mistakes with that. And also I want to know my prepositions of place, so like inside, outside, out of direction as well, because especially when I had to go to the hospital with my friend, I was asking people like where certain places were, and they were giving me of course directions in Italian, and it was very tricky and complicated. So I think, you know, this is an area of focus that I want to focus on for the next week, are my prepositions and also my WH words as well. I find myself always forgetting like how to say how, or how to say where or what. So I need to focus in on those, and I'm not going to focus so much this week on the grammar. I'm going to keep my focus on vocabulary because honestly, what happened yesterday with my friend, it brought it home. Like not being able to put together a sentence, even if it was grammatically incorrect, it doesn't matter. The ability to be understood is the most important thing when you are living in another country. And the fact that I wasn't able to do that very well was a little bit scary, and it really brought it home. I've never had to call an ambulance for the 3 years that I've lived here for myself, and you know, the fact that I had to do that, it just goes to show, like, you need to know the language, because the emergency may not concern yourself, but it could be somebody else. And you know, it was a scary moment, like not like having anxiety to like pick up the phone and call an ambulance because I didn't know what to say, or they couldn't understand like where I lived. And, you know, I think a lot of that is down to like my pronunciation. I know I need to do more of my pronunciation, because in English, as I'm sure most of you already know, we tend to eat our words. So for this, we don't sound out every letter like they do in Italian. So it's something that I need to spend a bit more time on. And this is my focus now for the next week. So I've decided to set myself like 3 main goals for the next week. And they quite simply are positions of place, and also like directions. I want to work on those. I want to work on my WH words, and I also want to work on some vocabulary for everyday situations, because things like going to the supermarket, it gives me anxiety when I can't ask for what I want, or in the bar. So they are some things that I specifically want to focus on for this week. And my pronunciation, really paying attention to how I'm sounding out each letter and the way it's coming across. They are some important aspects that I want to focus on for the next week. So that is my little check-in with you. I think calling myself out on my bad habits is definitely helping me to be more accountable to learning Italian, and also just recognizing that it's piano piano, little step, little step. So yes, this is my little catch up.